So again, we're cooking this bird in different parts. Each part requires a different temperature, a different time. With the thighs, what we're going to do is actually season them with salt and pepper. And then we're going to bag them with all those flavors of roasted turkey. So poultry flavors are usually thyme, sage, garlic, and in this case we're going to use a little bit of duck fat. Now, you can use butter if you don't have duck fat, but when I cook poultry, I like to cook it in poultry fat. When I cook meat or beef, I like to cook it in beef fat. So in this case, we're actually going to use duck fat. Take our bag, and again, make sure that your bag is big enough to accommodate what it is that you're actually going to put inside of it. And you need to leave yourself ample room at the end of the bag so you have room for the seal to actually take place. If you go to vacuum pack something and there's moisture where the seal actually needs to be, it'll actually get stuck in between the plastic and the seal and won't actually seal properly. So we're going to open the bag up, grab our thighs, and notice that I'm being very careful and I'm trying not to touch. You want to make sure that the bag is nice and open so that you're not touching the area where you actually want to seal the bag. And the beauty about this is you can actually, again, you can do this 4 or 5 days before Thanksgiving if you'd like. Set the other one in there as well. I'm going to add 2 cloves of crushed garlic. A couple sprigs of sage. A few sprigs of thyme. The cool thing about this is the flavor of those herbs are going to get in that turkey so well. It's not like when you're taking the bird and you're stuffing all the herbs into the back of it and you roast it into the oven and the herbs turn black and you pull it out and you don't taste or smell any of the herbs that you actually put in there. In this case, it's going right into the turkey. It's not going anywhere else. A couple spoonfuls of duck fat. And again, this is the important part. Notice that I stick it in the bag. I'm not touching the top of the bag at all. That's where I'm actually going to seal it. This grease won't allow you to seal the bag properly. So we're going to go towards the back of the bag, put our hand on top of it, and use that to pull the fat right off the spoon like that. Insert the end of your dry bag into the sealing chamber. As you can see, it's in there nice and tight. There's no oxygen in there really. What I like to do is hold it up to the light and check the seal. Look across the bag and make sure that there's no creases in there. That's how you know that you have a perfect seal. And then just lower the turkey thighs into the water bath. So I've already dropped the thighs. And now at this point you can grab the rest of the bird, in which we've already brined and bagged. So we're going to lay the legs in here as well. And the beauty about this is you can actually cook the whole bird before Thanksgiving 3, 4, 5 days in advance if you'd like. We're going to lay the breast in there as well. And everything's going to cook at the same temperature, but we're looking for a different internal temperature for everything. So the thighs are actually going to come out after 2 hours, and everything else is going to cook for 2.5 hours. So I've pulled the thighs out after 2 hours, placed them into the stock pot with ice water just to cool the temperature of the thighs. Now we're going to take it out and press it between 2 sheet trays in the refrigerator overnight. So we're going to put a weight on this, put it in the refrigerator, let that press nice and flat. Add a little more ice. And the rest of the parts, the breast, the legs, they've actually cooked for 2.5 hours. We're going to take those out, put them into the ice bath, and start to cool those off as well. Let it cool for about an hour, hour and a half, and then you can take it out of there and put it into your refrigerator